Predators.
Predators.
Yeah, it would be better. Predators.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Well, welcome. I'm Nick.
I'm Dan.
This is another episode of Predators. Today we're going to focus on immunity. Ouch.
Like those diplomats. They get away with everything. They could.
I thought we were talking about white blood cells. This is going to ruin the entire episode. Immunity by definition.
Macrophages.
White blood cell count going through the roof. Protection or exemption from something, especially an obligation or penalty. What? We love definitions. So that applies to people who are jack-offs, right?
Yes.
For the most part.
It's pretty much they never learn to be mature adults that can take care of their own crap because they don't have to.
They have immunity.
They have people to shovel their own
shit. You guys know everyone hates diplomats. You know who else everyone hates? The boss's son, right? Everyone hates the boss's son.
Nepotism.
Immunity, nepotism. Another one for immunity, like someone who's like, what are the professors that have, you can't fire them? They wear like Bermuda shorts.
Tenure?
Tenure. Ugh. Who likes a tenured professor? Not I, folks. They got immunity, sort of. Can a tenured professor get fired? I feel like if he molested a student, he would.
Not if he's
tenured.
Jeffrey Epstein.
You're absolutely correct.
Is he tenured? He's probably he was, maybe.
He was tenured, I believe.
Before
he was.
He committed suicide. Wink. Wink.
Anyway, back to immunity. Do we all know someone like that? Like, I feel like we have to. These are the people that I actually don't even really hate them. I just think it's like annoying that they have this power.
It's like, gift. Didn't we have like way back when in high school we had Friedman's son, the car dealership?
Did he have immunity? Yeah.
Yeah, well, he wrecked a car.
Parking spot.
And got a brand new car the next day.
Yes, he did. It was like that year. Yeah. I mean, we're dating ourselves. It was like an 03 or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? And he got a new one. And it's like, damn. That's kind of immunity from life. Because if you wreck your car or do something to it, you should not be able to get a brand newer car.
Yes.
Like 2 days later. That's bullcrap. Do you know he also had a parking spot at our school?
Did he really? Like a permanent one?
Yeah. Like he had a parking spot. Like, you know, we just had to park wherever. Like he had a spot.
What a jerk off. Like what is... why? Like
I do like how there's a thing about people who have immunity. They're the jerk off. I mean, it's kind of not their fault. And if you had a parking spot, where would you park? In your spot.
It's the same thing with the people who are quote unquote disabled. Like they aren't really disabled, but they have the placard so they can park up front. But they get out of their cars, and I'm like, I know specifically, it's not like they aren't. Like, it's not like they're really disabled and like they just like look like they're not. Like they're not disabled, but they still park up front and walk. It's like.
It's not like the scene in Me, Myself, and Irene where he sees the guy real quick park into the spot, dive out of the car, and he sees the guy and he gets all crazy and he turns into Hank. And all of a sudden he's filling it with a trash can. He's hitting the car, denting it, and he's pissing in the gas tank. And we see the guy who parked the car and drove real fast and jumped out with, just flying out, young guy. And he's helping an old man in a wheelchair with a neck brace out. And he was just moving the car closer for him. He's like, God damn it, get your cock out of my Chrysler. Good scene in the movie. But no, there's a certain thing where people who have immunity tend to be jerks. We can agree on that.
I mean, if I won the lottery, I probably would turn into a jerk. I think I'd be an asshole at that point.
Like more, right?
More so.
Okay, that's what I thought you were going to say. That's wild. It's like immunity is weird because you're free from punishment. You're free from penalties. You're free from the obligations that other people in your circle or your environment aren't. Yeah. This happens a lot in the workplace with like boss's sons, as we mentioned. Like, that's the boss's son. He can't own the business yet, so he's not an owner, but he's at your level. Oh, he's your level of management. And it's like, oh, is he? And it's like, he doesn't ever show up on time, and he never has to show up on the reports, and I never see him have to do the dials or the TPS thing. And it's like, well, yeah, but he's the boss's son. Yeah. He doesn't have to. And it's like, well, then
he'll move up the ladder quicker than you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he absolutely will, regardless of his numbers. And, if I have a kid and he comes to my business and I have a business, guess what? My kid's going to move up quicker than everyone else too. So I can't, do you know what I mean? It's weird. So immunity is like, it's like a free pass. It's like, why are you here? You're wasting time. You get it everywhere, like in school, we mentioned, in workplace. You kind of see it in law and stuff too. Do you ever have someone who's like the police chief's daughter or something gets a DUI, and then all of a sudden the
You knew
DUI
somebody
disappears?
who was a police sergeant or something's son, right?
No, I
Was
don't
it
think I did.
Wang? Was it Wang?
He may have been, but no, that didn't really help him much.
He's so
Wanger
far
was in
back.
a, yeah, Wanger was in a
He
way
needed that
unto
step up of
himself.
immunity.
He needed it. He needed it to be normal.
It's like what Contra with 99 lives. It's like you would still need every life. Was it 99?
Yeah, 99. Yeah, what's weird is sometimes immunity. I guess it can. You know what immunity is good for? It can help you like explore things.
Financial
You know,
security, kind of. That's. I mean, I think
sure,
I've felt
you can
that.
do whatever. Yeah, and then it gives you immunity to play around, find what you're good at, slack for a couple days, find out who you are, find your niche, see if
Live
you like
life.
something or don't.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah, because you don't have to struggle or go by the guidelines. Everyone else will think you're a jack off, rightfully so. In fact, do you think everyone has immunity at some point in their life for something?
This is always
Whether
like
it's
the
because,
save, rinse, and repeat. Like in video games, whenever you can reload, like pure immunity gives you a chance to experience it in every facet. So you can try every possibility and play it out as you'd like.
Quick save, quick load guy?
Oh, yeah. It's like,
So when
I
you play
didn't
the
kill that guy
game,
with
like,
2 bullets. Like, I wanted to kill him with
so
1.
you play Half-Life, right? You know you're going to a danger room or Fallout or whatever the hell you're playing. You quick save, you go into a room that you know is like a boss room. It's got like 8 guys. There's a whole bunch of environmental things. You do it and you survive. You got 32 health. You took some big hits. A guy got a couple lucky shots on you. You survived. You used a lot of ammo. You wasted 1 grenade or something. What do? Yeah, I'm going to just load and do it again. Yeah. Are you like that?
Yeah. I like the sequence. I like to set it up and let it fall. Dominoes.
Yeah. So do I. I will load it multiple times until I'm happy. And I'm like, much better. So that's immunity, right?
That's how you play the game. 17
That's
times.
correct. Yeah. Now I feel much better. You should have seen the way I knocked one enemy into the other and blew up a barrel and dropped a grenade precisely where I needed it. But it feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Immunity, I guess. Let you explore a little bit.
So I guess the predator here is not only the people that have immunity, it's immunity itself, because it gives you like a false sense of pride, I guess. Especially if you're playing a video game, like in real life, you don't get retries. So there's a weird like lacking of retries that you feel like you should have, maybe a regret that you should have done it right, but you can't.
You don't have it in real life, right?
Yeah. Well, then also if you've been like silver spooned or white gloved, those are those sexual positions? They should be. If you've been silver spooned or white
glove you, baby. White glove you. What do? It's where you both put on a British comedy and like watch it next to each other and I don't know, fall asleep.
Sipping some tea.
Yeah, sipping some tea.
So it's also like a crutch. Like without the immunity, you might not have done those things. You don't build up your own character. You also don't become as strong a person, and maybe you don't know yourself as well. So you hit 34 years old and you realize that, holy shit, I haven't lived, but now life has passed me by and there's nothing I can do because I'll always have immunity and I'll always be protected.
Like, what's a judge's son do in like life? Or like, I don't know. I feel like you can almost commit more crimes. Isn't that weird?
That sounds fantastic.
Like, yeah, I can turn on red anywhere I want. And it's like, what? And it's like, really?
It shows that you were mooning her as you turned right and pooped out the window.
How did you do that while driving? No one is sure how you could reach the pedal.
Wow.
Cruise control.
Your dad's up there smiling and winking.
And he's like, I have no idea, but
guilty.
Expunged. Yeah. It's weird. I think these people you'll run into in your workplace or whatever, like I said, if they're on the same level as you, maybe you're the same age as the guy or the girl, and they're being groomed for the position. So no matter what you do, you're not getting it ahead of them. Mm-hmm. So there's a weird thing where you have to kind of just make peace with it. You might hate them. They might be a douchebag. They might be a douche nozzle, a douche canoe, douche. I think we mentioned a few of these.
Douche tail.
So you kind of just let them be because there's nothing you can do to change their immunity. Good Lord, unless you took down the Confederacy or the judge or the whole Federation. Like you could do that, but maybe you want to scale it back and just be like, whatever, who cares, right?
Yeah. Where not
For the most
giving a
part.
shit is probably the best plan.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you should upset yourself with nepotism or, who's immune or who's not. Even when certain jobs are fired, like, oh, this salespeople are really probably going to get fired this quarter. And it's like, oh my God, I'm sweating. And it's someone's like, I'm the IT guy. They only have one of us and I'm pretty good. And it's like, he has immunity. And it's like weird that you hate him a little bit. You're like, son of a bitch. But I think everyone's going to have immunity at some point in some way, in some walk of life. And when you have it, maybe enjoy it. And when you don't have it, maybe just be like, fuck, lucky bastard.
This is the last senior year of high school. When you have your college picked out, you've already
You do have
pretty much have your GPA. Yeah,
Do you know I did this in grade school? So I had a scholarship to high school, right?
Oh, yeah,
and in 8th grade, I was no teachers liked me because I didn't put a lot of effort. Believe it or not, folks. And I had teachers literally threaten me in front of the whole class. You think because you have a scholarship to a high school, you can just coast? And I'd be like Ferris Bueller a little bit. Like,
Bueller.
They'd be like, you aren't guaranteed that. And I'd be like, I was.
Threatened a 12-year-old at
Take
that
it
point.
away. Yeah, I guess they were, but all at the same time, a 12-year-old being a dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I was that person. So immunity, it comes around, it goes around. It's bosses' sons. It's people who get 99 lives in Contra. How to avoid it? Don't. How to stop it? Don't. How to anything? Don't. It's your time or it's not your time.
Learn to take it. Right? Build your character.
Build some character.
Fill up your health bar by hitting reset.
And what I'd like to say is Predators.